Bienvenue, ici Warsaw Chris Vegas qui s'adresse à tout le monde. C'est parti pour la suite de NBA 2K26 sur PS5. Alors est-ce que je suis en direct? Je vais le savoir tout de suite. Et je suis en direct, bienvenue. Je peux continuer NBA, c'est parti.
And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
And the starting lineup for Miami, and it's Glover in at the 4. MP, that one's good.
Oh, in today's game, making threes is a must. MP, he's dialed in.
Pass to Glover. Richardson with it, picked up by Powell. Humphries passes to Glover. Miami moving it around. Humphries can't hit. Chicago with the ball, and only a handful of teams in the history of the NBA have done what these guys are doing right now. 20 wins in a row.
Few teams in the history of this league have ever put together a streak like this. And you know what I think? It's going to continue beyond tonight.
Shots good by Glover.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They came away with a victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And they came away with the win because everyone contributed. The starters, the bench, they all played as a unit.
And it means they will go deep into their bench again. It worked in the last matchup. Might as well spread more minutes around.
So it's Miami now, following the three-point basket by Chicago. Mason with the bucket.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
Inside, here's Duren. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young.
I love the execution we are seeing thus far. 4 shots and 4 makes.
Pass to Morris. Here's Mason, guarded by Young. And again, it's Miami from deep.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early. Well, that is setting the tone. Perfect 5 for 5 to start this game.
Out to the wing. Humphries passes to Richardson. Here's Glover from deep. Duren with the rebound.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
It's Powell on the wing. Back to MP. Powell right side. MP outside. 4-3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against Portland was tremendous. He tallied 32 points, and he made a significant contribution from beyond the arc, as usual. He had more than his fair share of ink on the scoreboard. I'm sure he wants to repeat that tonight, too, guys.
Allie, we appreciate the update. It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., there was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
Well, he did whatever he wanted. I love the fact that he was under control, yet very aggressive.
And Tim, some have said that the hardcore Heat culture doesn't work in today's league.
Well, there. Certainly is a different mindset in the modern player, and the Heat organization was always known for working players the hardest. But now they have to ease back, but still be tougher than most.
And again, no good by Miami.
The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
And Young slams it in.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, it's just an outstanding effort thus far. They've done a great job at both ends.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. So Miami going with an almost entire new group here. And in that March stretch, some interesting things going on in the East. You look at the Bulls, they have looked in control all season long. Aren't showing any signs of taking their foot off the gas anytime soon. And of course there's the Heat. Well, record-wise, not even in the same conversation.
Checking out Chicago, they just have serious hopes for the outcome of this season. They're focused on putting up a banner.
Well, no one has been surprised by their dominance. Now they will try to take this momentum into the postseason.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Out left to the wing. Back to Young for three. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Heat trail by 14. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter here. Here's Branham, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. 4 on the clock. Monroe. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Bulls out in front, leading by 14. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. Making substitutions here, and so Billy Donovan calls timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Setting the floor for Miami, and it's Humphries in at the small forward position. Outside Tatum. Finished off the break. Tatum's got 9.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Pass to Morris. Here's Mason, covered by MP. Morris, a screen on MP. Knocks it down from distance. Mason's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Humphries passes to Glover. And a two-handed jam.
Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that is sure to give him a spark. Now here's Powell. Still no points. MP shot is off. Heat trail by 11. Richardson, the pass to Morris. Here's Mason. No good on the triple.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Back to Young. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
A courageous play by MP against the foul, too. He never gave up on his look.
Chicago making a switch here. Duran's checked in. And Miami with a change here, too. Monroe's checked in. Mason, no good. Bulls leading by 14. Here's Williams. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 4 assists now tonight. 51 seconds left in the first half of this game. Yes, it's good. Mason's got 10 points in the game.
Very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. And the Bulls lead by 17. And for Miami, they're shooting about 43% on this one. Morris outside. Pass to Richardson. Here's Monroe. 33 points last game. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Down low. Here's MP. Bucket. He's now 9 for 11 after that one.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Here's Mason. Up again. And so it's the Chicago Bulls up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. Back to the game after this break.
We're in the home stretch. I don't know if I call these guys rookies now.
Yeah, we have some pressure-filled games coming up. In addition to everything else, we'll see who has that clutch gene. Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Chicago Bulls. That's it for us.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Well, this team has trusted him with this level of responsibility, and it's easy to see why.
They've got Williams. MP is out there with Powell. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Duran in at the 5 down low. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. You know, I heard Steve Kerr talking about this concept, the ball and stick theory, Tim, that some guys just have natural hand-eye coordination and will excel in any sport. You agree with that?
Completely agree. Typically, we think of athletic ability involving speed or quickness or verticality, but I think that hand-eye is critical and counts just as much as those other traits.
Tatum passes to Williams, and Williams punches it home.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases.
Here's Mason. Pass to Richardson. Fires for 3. Here's Morris. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
And he showed you great timing as well. Offensive rebound, one of his specialties.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
Richardson, the pass to Mason. Lets it go from deep. Duran with a rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Tatum finds Young. Chicago passing it around. Another 3 for Chicago.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
From outside the arc, Williams grabs the board.
Yeah, just 25% to start this half. They're going to have to start getting higher percentage shots.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. Well, a lot of eyes focused on NBA officiating, but where their eyes are focused is also a topic.
Yeah, the league's able to track officials' position on the court and even tell where they're looking. And you cross-check that with the results and train them where to be and where to keep watching.
Free throw is good. Young.
Yeah, getting to the line is so important. Nice job there by MP to draw the contact.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. For Miami, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. With some arc to end the run. Again, the Heat misses.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Well, that's just a wasted opportunity.
Duren, no good.
Well, after nailing the first 3 out of the break, you can give him a pass for not making that one as well.
Here's Mason. Again, the Heat misses.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there, and of course that one was just crazy.
Williams passes to Young.
Mason. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Williams on the wing. The 3 is up. MP no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Glover. Oh, and that one, no! Question, powered it down.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
Powell finds MP. From the arc. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 3 assists in the game.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Glover. The wide open shot is on the money. Glover's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
I just love the ball movement.
Miami calls timeout. Both teams will make substitutions. Defense on our 2K leaderboard. Looking at the best when it comes to points per game allowed over the previous month. Number 1, Chicago.
And they have really been focused on picking up their defensive effort, playing passing lanes, pressuring ball handlers, and trying to contest every shot. Yeah, defensively, you just have to be better than that. You know he's a very good three-point shooter.
Duren, no good.
Defense did just enough to force that miss. I really expected him to get 2 there.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian. Kobe White becoming an offensive focal point, saying it means a lot that my coaches and my teammates trust me. The only thing that can prepare you for this is going through it. For me to become the player I want to be, I need those moments. It's all part of the learning process and the journey. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, good stuff. And so here is Miami. Chicago making their last shot. Knocks down the triple.
That's his first from distance this half, which gives him 3 for the night.
Williams passes to MP. It's hauled in by the Heat. To the inside. Dumps it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
That one goes. Count it. Mason's got 7 points for the quarter.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Williams passes to Person. Now here's Young. The 3 is up. Sinks it from distance. Young's got 35.
What I love about MP there, he was shot ready, hands and feet ready to go.
Pass to Monroe, shoots over Duran. Monroe misses. And so it's MP making things happen for Chicago. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. And more NBA. And meanwhile, Eric Spoelstra rallying the troops.
Trust each other these last minutes.
He's checked in for Chicago. Young comes in for Powell. The Heat have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter, setting the floor for the Heat. And it's Mason in at the point. Richardson for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Richardson's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Chicago passing it around. Back to Young. Launches the 3. Miami grabs the miss. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Pass to Mason. Takes the 3. They get the rebound. And here's Richardson. Here's Humphries. No good from outside. Here's MP. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Just an incredible night for MP. They have thrown multiple defenses at him, but he just keeps finding ways to score.
Outside. Richardson. Morris sets a screen. There are usually 1 or 2 mid-season coaching changes in the NBA every year. Can those energize the team, Grant?
You know, B.A., we've seen it give teams a boost in the past, but only on occasion. Usually it's a last-ditch effort in a doomed season or simply just turning the page.
A nice shot by Young.
And just like that, MP with a 3 of his own. So much of today's game is going to be decided at the three-point line.
So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed.
Welcome, everyone, to Noche NBA, a Latin. Now a look at the stats for him.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Young is out there with Powell. Then it's Duran. Then it's Tatum, and it's Williams at small forward. And for the Suns, Smith is out there with Kemp. Then it's Neely, and it's Nixon in at the 4. A nice shot by Brown. You know, when you break down these teams, Greg, they are excellent on the defensive end.
Yeah, so let's give credit to their coaches. They prepare their teams well, motivating their guys to give that consistent effort.
Now, here's Duran. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. MP outside. Off target from three-point range. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked about an approach to Jason Tatum. Coach told me that Tatum is just about as good as anyone at countering plans. So he just asked his players to play to their strengths, saying if they need to make switches, that's almost a better option because the more looks we throw him, the less he can consistently play the same way. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Kemp's got 5 points so far.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now, here's MP. Drills the three-pointer.
I think MP knew exactly what he wanted to do here. He was determined to answer that last three.
You know, GA, it seems like a lot of players welcome the opportunity to play in. Phoenix, talk about what makes this market to a player is so appealing.
I mean, the weather has a lot to do with it, right? Basketball is a winter sport, so for those snowbirds out there, Arizona is a great choice.
Well, they've started this game strong offensively. 3 out of their first 4 attempts.
For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. To the wing on the left. Brown, yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Brown's got his second basket of the game.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Here's Kemp after the Bulls pick up 2. And he drives in, hits the front of the rim and out.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Chicago making a switch here. And as we march through the end of March, a chance now to look through the power rankings. Taking a look at Washington, they sink a little bit here in the rankings. Still, though, remaining in the top 5.
And checking out Chicago, they've got to be disappointed with their play. They just look disjointed, and their losing streak continues to grow as a result.
And here are the Suns now. Following the three-pointer by MP. Nixon, the pass to Neely. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Shot clock at 3. Smith for 3. No good that time. The Bulls leading by 3. Well, Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Knocks down the 3 ball. Young's got 12.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Kemp. No good again that time. Well, Chicago has gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. So for Chicago right now, they've got MP. Cardinal out there with Williams. Then there's Traoré. And it's Person at the center position. And it's the Suns with the ball. The Bulls knocking down the 3. Smith outside. For the 3. Phoenix no good that time either.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Heat got the job done. He contributed 40 points and hit a bunch of threes. No surprises there. He was locked in all night long. We'll see if that focus carries over into this game. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thanks. Greg, it was obvious he was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
Bring it up for MP, a 3.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to Kemp. And he makes good on the layup. Kemp's got 7 points.
Look, he's the kind of player that has you awake at 3 a.m. asking yourself, how do I stop that?
Back to MP. Another 3 for Chicago.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Pass to Hubbard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul. 3rd team foul.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
And Phoenix making a change here. Neely's checked in. Suns trail by 8. In the corner, it's Brown. And the Suns miss again. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Chicago. And you want to talk about winning recipes? These guys have it. 21 wins in a row. That's right, 21.
Well, of all the ways to establish yourself as a powerhouse, this may be the best way to do it, by going on a phenomenal streak and looking practically unbeatable. One thing you can tell right now, they are playing with swagger, a sort of poise that they're backing up with execution. Not easy to do.
6 on the shot clock. There's a screen. Smith for 3, and Tatum pulls it down.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
That shot off.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
The shot misses. Great D that time from Powell. Pass to MP. Over Brown. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Chicago, holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
The 3 ball is falling. They've got good momentum. They're setting hard screens, and the shooters are capitalizing.
Okay, now we've got some time to take a look at. And that about wraps it up. And as the 3rd quarter is about to begin,
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
They've got Smith. He's out there with Kemp, and it's Neely in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, and that can be as difficult as anything.
Over to the left wing. Nobody near Kemp. From past the arc. Kept alive. No one near Smith as he lets it go. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the 3rd quarter.
And Young with the stuff.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends. And you're seeing the results.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
It's stolen by Duren.
Well, this is the kind of pressure Tatum puts on defenses. He forces them to compromise with the foul.
Bulls shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Lots of layers to it, Coach, but what is the best part of Jason Tatum's game, in your opinion?
Wow, now that's a tough question, Kevin, because this guy can do it all. I would say what the best part of Tatum's game is he can create whatever shot he needs at any given time. He's got the ball handling skills and the shot making ability to get where he needs to go and then finish the play.
It's Powell on the wing, covered by Smith. Tatum dishes to MP. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Young's got 8 here in the quarter.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Smith the pass to Neely. Now here's Kemp. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's MP. And the dunk by MP.
Well, I love the aggressiveness from MP. Great work getting into the lane.
Pass to Kemp. Here's Neely. Three-pointer. And he's good on the three ball. Neely's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
Back to Young. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Suns trail by 21. And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And sometimes, Stan, lost in everything he has done for his team, Jason Tatum is one heck of a playmaker.
Yeah, Kevin, I think what happens to guys like Tatum when they come into the league is because he can score the ball, and that's such an important skill, we tend to focus on the scoring. But Jason Tatum has become a better playmaker in his time in the league. He's become a better defender and a better rebounder. This guy excels at everything.
Ewing's checked in for Smith. And here's Kemp from the arc. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
Well, he's been more confident shooting it since the half. Let's see if that trend continues.
Young from outside. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Young's got 37.
Look, this guy is clearly on a heater from deep. If you're the defense, you cannot allow him to shoot it from out there.
The offensive rebound for 3, Ewing. That shot off the mark. Bulls leading by 21. Bounce pass from Williams. Cardinal kicks to Young. Another 3 for Chicago.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Now, here's Kemp. 15 points in the game. Brown's shot is off.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
A 3 from MP. Connects again from distance. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Here's Kemp. Brown the pass to Kemp. Phoenix no good that time either. Here's MP. MP has been leading the charge for the Bulls. What an amazing quarter. There was... And there have been 2 very... So Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
And you know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You'd never expect a road team to come in and just cruise.
And as the regular season winds down, some teams must be concerned about their seeding, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. For teams still on the bubble, just getting into the postseason is the concern. For the top teams, seedings are huge. They want as many home games as possible.
And checking out Brooklyn's opening lineup. And it's Sears in at the point to the paint. Here's Tatum. Rebounded by the Nets. This game coming after a loss versus the Raptors.
It was, frankly, embarrassing. I was shocked by their disorganization, and I think they were too.
Well, frankly, they should be shocked. I mean, that kind of effort simply won't cut it in today's NBA. Let's see if they take any lessons from it.
Now, here's Williams. Right now averaging 5.5 a game.
You got to be ready to fire off a pass, and credit to MP. He did not hesitate at all.
Here is Sears, covered by MP, and Bolden gets it to go.
Boy, after missing 3 straight, they finally get one to go down.
And just over a minute played here to start the game. Back to Young. Chicago passing it around. Tatum passes to MP. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Young's got 6.
And there's MP clapping back. He is such a competitor.
Pass to Woodson from behind the arc. Buries it from 3.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Oh, got that one up quick.
You know, outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. The rebound by Jason Tatum. The Bulls have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Williams from long range. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
What a great start. They've only missed 1 thus far.
Pass to Woodson. To the wing, right side. From downtown. Williams grabs the board. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. And the bucket is good. 5 points in the game.
Well, there's a mix of strength and agility that Jason Tatum is taking advantage of. Nice work in there.
And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul of the game. So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Woodson. No good again that time.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm. They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And here's a look at some numbers for him.
And for an idea of where his offense is right now, take a look at his true shooting percentage decreasing over the last 5 games. He desperately needs to find his stroke tonight.
Here's Sanders. Brooklyn, no good that time either. Chicago leading by 10. Powell outside. Back to MP. Takes a 3. And it won't go. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. To the middle. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Fires from deep. Chicago with a rebound. And they've been quite the story in the NBA this season. Stringing together 22 wins in a row and looking for more.
Almost mind-boggling that you could string together brilliant basketball over such a sustained period of time. Think about the focus that they have to bring nightly. Think about the commitment to grinding it out every single night, regardless of your opponent. Just absolutely incredible stuff.
Traore's checked in for Powell. And the Nets also making a change. Giddey's checked in.
This guy is such a professional, right? Goes about his business in a highly consistent way.
Pass to Woodson. They need this. They grab their own miss. Jones. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Yeah,
Chicago shooting their 4th attempt at the line tonight.
For Chicago, Traore. 1 shot.
Nets trail by 17. And so in the game for the Nets. And it's Vukcevic in at the center position, locking down the middle. Sanders, the pass to Craig. Here's Bolden. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Suns played some superb basketball. He added 43 points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of 3. A game that nobody will soon forget, that's for sure. How is he going to follow that up tonight? We'll see, guys.
Okay. Allie, thanks. And the only question now, how does he follow up that performance?
Yeah, each night comes with different challenges, and I'm sure their opponent has seen the film.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
Here's Vukcevic. He's got 5. Pass to Sears. Launches it. Sends it home from three-point land. Bolden's got 6 points.
Boy, how about the timing, the delivery? That is exactly how you set a teammate up.
Tatum passes to MP. Chicago passing it around. Beyond the arc. Again, MP missing.
Boy, he hasn't helped them much tonight, but they've gotten a lot of productivity from other players.
Pass to Bolden. Jacks up a 3. Cleared away by Person.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
To the paint. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Here is Sears, guarded by Young. Craig with a screen on Young. Here's Vukcevic. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Back to Young. Pass to Toure. Outside Young. Lets the 3 fly. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
Started out strong from three-point land. Hit 2 in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since.
Well, you can see the long, lanky frame of Josh Giddey on display.
A 6'8" point guard, Josh Giddey's length gives him a massive advantage, Greg.
Oh, it does, B.A. He's too big for opposing ones to guard. It's tough putting a wing on him, and Giddey just makes you change your defensive game plan.
Pass to Mack. And there's the lob. And out of bounds will be Chicago ball. And here now are the teams that have made a difference with their defense in the past 10 games. Fourth, the Nets.
They've turned up the heat defensively over this last stretch, trying to force more turnovers. That's been their game.
So the Nets making a switch here. Here's Williams. Back to Young. There's Tatum with the 3. Good. And the assist goes to MP. Young's got 4 assists now tonight.
That's Tatum's size and high release point. He's able to get that three-point shot off against virtually anybody, creating easier opportunities for your guys to score. That is good offense.
There's Young with the 3, and count it. Now 4 for 9.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Bolden. They get it back. Chicago leading by 19. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Tatum's shot is good.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean Open looks.
Here's Bolden. Let's go with a three. Williams grabs the board. There's Tatum with the three. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Chicago Bulls sitting on a comfortable 21-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
We'll get to the first.
Well, right now for the Bulls, they're in that #1 spot for a reason. Playing well as a team, making it look easy. Definitely the team to beat right now, guys.
Going to take a lot to knock them out that top spot. Until then, this is their league.
And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Bulls.
Their efficiency on offense has...
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
They've got MP. Williams is out there with Jason Tatum. Then there's Powell, and it's Tyson in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And one key for quality teams in this league, beating the opponents you're supposed to beat. What goes into that, Grant?
Well, BA, they call them trap games. An opponent that, on paper, isn't up to your level, especially when they're missing key guys. The thing is, can you find that juice to take care of business?
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Those who worked with Nets coach Jordy Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." BA, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Pass to Woodson. There's the 3. Out to the right wing. Here's Sears. And it's off from three-point range.
This is frustrating. You come out to start the second half, you've made one of your first 4 shots.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Young can't hit.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
Here's Woodson. This one for 3. Chicago with a rebound. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Tatum. Oh, deflected. Here's Woodson. Looking at his stats, he's getting just over 23 points a game.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal #1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Nets trail by 21. Sears with the bucket. Sears has got his first bucket in this one.
High percentage look. You can't ask for much more than that.
Back to MP. The 3 ball. Counted from distance.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And Jordy Fernandez wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. MP really making a difference here.
With the way he's cooking, they have to find a way to run him off his spot more.
So both teams changing it up here. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Pass to Sanders. Here's the 3. They get it back. Here is Sears. The 3. Unable to get that one. here's Powell. Chicago passing it around. Young from long range. And here is Williams. Back to MP. The three. And he drains it, making him 7 for 15 for the day.
Bombs away in the first half. He's followed up the effort with 3 more triples since.
Here is Sears. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. It's Powell on the wing. Pass to Young. Here's Person. Defended by Jones. Here's Tyson. Back to Young. Three-pointer. And again, it's Chicago with a three.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
MP with the block.
Wow, tremendous defensive awareness by MP, and really tremendous job getting in position to block that thing.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them. Offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Sears with the bucket.
Boy, on the perimeter, you have to stay connected to this guy. He's such a good shooter.
Pass to Tyson. From deep, MP drops in the three. MP's got 15 points in just the second half.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Here's Woodson. Powell covers. Woodson with a bucket. Woodson's got 5.
Listen, we know this guy has got a solid offensive arsenal. You've got to stay on point defensively.
Williams from long range. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading.
Si tu as des questions, n'hésite pas à rester passionné dans ce que tu fais. Fin de la vidéo.